Higher.
Further.
Faster.
About to show these boys how we do it. You ready? Higher, further, faster, baby. Yes, baby.
Higher. Further. Faster.
Captain Marvel. The first Marvel female-led superhero movie and the most powerful Avenger. So was it everything we thought it'd be? Let's talk about it. Was the movie terrible? Absolutely not. Was the movie perfect? No. Was the movie enjoyable? Hell yes. There were a lot of great things in this film. Carol Danvers finding her own path and standing tall and growing into a hero. And regardless of her being a woman or not, I felt connected to her. And I was glad when she finally embraced her powers and dominated. And oh boy, did she dominate. Just seeing the extent of her powers and what she could do, that was amazing. It was fun, it was exciting. And then on top of that, she definitely had a unique, one-of-a-kind personality in the MCU. She didn't seem like she acted like any other heroes that are already included in that world. That being said, I was a little concerned on Brie Larson's ability to carry this movie. She's a wonderful actress and phenomenal in Scott Pilgrim, a classic. But I'm sorry, the trailers for Captain Marvel definitely turned me off. She had no personality, she was flat. So, the question is, was she as stale in the movie as she was represented in the trailer? I'm sorry, I did not like her until about halfway through the movie. She was dry, sarcastic, stiff. Then there was something that caused a slight personality shift, and she became a little bit more likable. In all honesty though, the character itself was still a little bland, but at least the movie was able to turn it around and get me to actually care about Captain Marvel. And I think it was a strategic choice to have her start off that way and slowly begin to get more likable. And I respect that. Okay, so Brie Larson wasn't the only person in the movie. There are other actors and they all did exceptionally well. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and Brie Larson seemed to have passable chemistry. I did like their interactions together. And technology is amazing because I definitely forgot that Samuel L. Jackson is old. They did do the masking technology to make Samuel L. Jackson look like he was 20 years younger, and it worked. So props to the effects team. You did good. Jude Law was great, Ben Mendelsohn was wonderful, but he did suffer from a little bit of the Loki syndrome. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's the same thing. That was a slight problem in Age of Ultron. Ultron was like this jokey villain. I was a little disappointed to see this character who's supposed to be scary and menacing and introduced to us as the main villain. Kind of like a, hey, here's a punchline, there's another. All that aside, he did do a really good job on the role. Those are a lot of the moments that I found myself laughing at the most. So it's like a double-edged sword. I don't like the fact that he was this jokey villain, but I did like his performance. So we're just gonna call this a wash. So there were some changes in this movie. There's one I didn't mind at all, and there's one that kinda bugged me. By any means, the change I'm referring to wasn't necessarily bad. It was just a little surprising and slightly disappointing. And it could possibly shift a lot in the future predictions of the MCU, and it was something I was really looking forward to, but I do respect all of the creative freedom that they were given. I like when movies divert a little from the source material because it keeps it fresh, it keeps the audience engaged. You can't read a comic book and already know what's going to happen. Oh, and surprise, we find out how Nick Fury loses his eye. And lastly, here or her we go. This is a movie with a feminist agenda. Yes, we know, it's been vocally stated, and I personally did not mind it. I don't think it was heavy-handed. I don't think it was shoved in your face. I think it was tastefully done. Were there I'm a woman and just as capable as a man moments? Absolutely. There were loads of them, but I admired it. And I enjoyed seeing her empowerment. This is a story about Carol Danvers proving her ability to herself. It's a journey about self-discovery, literally. And when it comes down to it, it teaches girls a good lesson. Girls can be badasses too. I also want to mention that I enjoyed that this movie didn't have a love story. Not quite sure if that's a spoiler or not, but I very much enjoyed the fact that it didn't shoehorn in a forced romance. Again, it focused on her journey and self-development. So that was cool. What I don't like though, they had to make the character flat to be able to tell that story. It's like Hollywood needs to show women as emotionless creatures for them to be strong and independent. they can still have emotions. And when the character did showcase emotions and a personality, that's when I actually enjoyed her and started rooting for her. So in conclusion, do you need to go and see this movie to be set up for Endgame? Absolutely not. If you're a Marvel / superhero fan, then you'll enjoy this movie. It has great set pieces and some of the action scenes are really cool. On top of that, Captain Marvel's powers are spectacular. It was a fun movie, and despite Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel verse being unlikable for most of the movie, I really enjoyed it. I am still interested in seeing how she's going to affect the MCU going forward. And let's just hope she's a little less stale by that time. And with that said, I would give this movie 7.5 blockbuster rentals out of 10. So have you seen Captain Marvel? Did you think it was good? Did you think Brie Larson did a great job? Do you feel like she fell a little flat? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. And if you like it even more, hit that notification bell to be updated anytime I upload any new videos. Oh, and stay for the mid-credit scene. I literally lost it. I was riding on that mid-credit scene high for quite a while, which is why it took me a little bit longer to put out the video. I wanted to really let the movie marinate before I just threw out a video. Anyway, that's it. I'll be posting a spoiler-filled review very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, bye!